Championship football is back, right slap bang in the middle of the World Cup, but we got fixtures this Saturday, Sunday and Monday to predict. But before we get on to those predictions, a quick recap on the leaderboard. Let's see where everybody is. So top of the shop at the moment is GKK 474, currently on 170.5 points, followed by Mark Chapman, who was top scorer in the last round. Mark's on 184.5 points, and in third place at the moment is Wand G Fan on 174.5 points. All to play for then. We open up this round with Blackburn Rovers coming up against Preston North End. Blackburn, last time out, this team that's currently in third place, lost to top of the table Burnley 3-0, and Preston North End, a disastrous result against Millwall 4-2. So close one for me, this one. Preston currently in 9th position, 2 defeats in their last 6 matches and 3 in their last 7. I think Blackburn will edge this one at home, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Rovers. Moving on to the next fixture, which takes place at 12:30, we've got Rotherham at home against Bristol City. Both of these teams have only won 1 match each in their last 7 matches. Probably points towards a draw. Bristol City have drawn 3 of their last 4 matches. I think it will end up in a draw. Not the most ideal for both the teams, as they really need to try and get 3 points on the board, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline. Then we move on to Reading against Coventry City. Coventry dealt a massive blow where they've been kicked out of their stadium, coming up against a Reading side who started the season really well, but it's just 1 or 2 wins now in their last 7. But Coventry have won 4 of their last 5 fixtures. Now, I'm going to go for a little bit of a surprise in this one. Last time out, Reading beat Hull 2-1. Everything points towards a Coventry City victory. However, I am actually going to go for a win to Reading in this one, and I think they will win this one 2-1. Then we move on to Blackpool, coming up against Birmingham City. Birmingham currently in 14th position, 2 wins in their last 7 matches, whereas Blackpool have lost 4 on the bounce. They are coming back from this sort of enforced period though. So, really difficult one to predict. Blackpool currently in 23rd position. What we say? I'm going to have to go. Is it going to be a draw? No, I'm going to go for a Birmingham City win, and I'm going to go for an away win to Brum 2-1. Then we move on to Middlesbrough against Luton Town. Luton now 1 victory in their last 6. Middlesbrough back-to-back wins before the enforced break. A good win against Norwich, and an excellent victory against Blackpool as well. Luton Town, a draw last time against Rotherham. I'm going to have to go with the home side in this one. I'm going to go 3-1 to Middlesbrough. Probably giving Middlesbrough too many goals there, but yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Middlesbrough. Then we've got Millwall coming up against Wigan Athletic. Millwall, of course, played last weekend where they suffered a 3-0 defeat away against the Black Cats of Sunderland. Wigan Athletic got their first win in, well, don't know how long, against Blackpool last time out on the 12th of November. They are currently in the relegation zone, fighting for their lives. Millwall have 1 victory in their last 6. With the bookies, Millwall are favourites. They want to bounce back from that heavy defeat against Sunderland last weekend, and I think they will. And I think they'll beat Wigan 2-0 at the New Den. Moving on to the next fixture, we've got Sheffield United currently in 2nd position in the table, coming up against Huddersfield, who now, even though they're bottom of the table, have drawn their last fixture against Swansea and a victory against Queen's Park Rangers. However, the Sheffield United side, they were suffering a lot of injuries, so they've probably got quite a few players back for this fixture. Last time out, a narrow victory away against Cardiff City, but I think they should brush Huddersfield aside with a fair bit of ease, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Sheffield United. Then we've got Stoke City coming up against Cardiff. Cardiff, even though they look good going forward. They have struggled to score goals this season. Indeed, they are the lowest scorers in the division with just 17 goals. Back-to-back defeats in Sheffield United and Hull City as well. But Stoke lost their last match against a resurgent West Brom. Prior to that, it was a good win against Luton Town, a loss against Birmingham, and a victory against Wigan Athletic. So I think this one's going to end up all square. I think Cardiff will score. We could see Colwell back in a Cardiff shirt after his exploits at the World Cup with Cardiff City, and Mark Harris of course returning with Cardiff as well, but didn't get any minutes on the pitch for Wales there. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next we've got Swansea City coming up against Norwich. Swansea only one defeat in their last 7, and Norwich can't really get any sort of form together. Currently they are 5th in the table. I think this one's going to end up all square as well, but I think there won't be many goals in this one. In fact, I don't think there'll be any goals at all, and I'm going to go for a 0-0 scoreline. Then we've got Queen's Park Rangers coming up against Burnley. I'm not sure if this match is going to go ahead, and there are players, especially from QPR away at the World Cup, I think Morocco, Elias Cheros, with them, isn't he? 4 defeats in their last 5. Burnley, 5 wins in their last 6. I think Burnley are going to take all 3 points in this one if this game goes ahead. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win. Next up we've got Watford coming up against Hull City. Saw Watford play recently or before the World Cup break, and they looked really impressive, even though they drew their last match against Bristol City 0-0, and Hull losing against Reading 2-1. So I fully expect Watford to win this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 scoreline. And the final fixture of this game week on Monday sees Sunderland take on West Brom. West Brom winning their last 3 matches. Sunderland a very good victory last time out against Millwall. Even though there's 11 spaces separating these 2 teams in the table, I'm actually going to go for an away victory to West Brom, and I think they'll come away with a 2-1 win. So that concludes my predictions for game week 22 of this 2022-2023 championship season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website, link in the description and the code in there as well. Let's see if you can and myself climb at the predictions league. Football in the championship, and just after Christmas we'll be back with the Premier League. World Cup still going on. It's football, it's wall to wall at the moment, and that's before we even get to the Christmas period where it's going to be a festive feast of football. But remember to leave your predictions, as I said. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all in the next video.